welcome. I hope everyone's having a lovely day. I hope that your days are going well. Gonna try and get to, well, 50 followers today. I live in hope, of course. Oops. Where's the last place usually? There we go. I am a silly man who forgot where to put the things. There we go. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Everything's sorted out there. So I should start playing GAM in a minute. The game I'm playing today is Shadowrun Dragonfall, which is pretty nice. If you know the game. For those not in the know, Shadowrun Dragonfall is the sequel to Shadowrun Returns, or the prequel to Shadowrun Hong Kong. Set in Seattle, I believe. Like the original. It's basically all about the fallout of what happens when you piss off a dragon. Should be fun. Let's see the content. So, oh no, it's in Berlin. That's right. Okay. Let's go. Have I swapped over? I have not swapped over because I've forgotten the goddamn command for it every time, I swear. Okay. Okay. Gonna continue playing on normal because I'm just playing this for fun, basically. I'm not playing it to really challenge myself. Let's design a character. And this time, I'm gonna go with should I go human? Human adept? Human marks, human street samurai. I could go mage, decker, rigger. I really like charisma characters but you only really need 6 to do everything. So I might go elf into... Yeah, I'm gonna go elf, because I play elves, apparently. Who am I going to be? Yeah, no, I'm gonna do the continuity thing. There you go. Continue to stats. Wait. Where's the willpower? What did I pick? Willpower. Yeah, chi casting. 6 available karma. Killing hands, mage resist. So no rifles. You want high strength, high willpower into chi casting. That's not actually that. And I'm just gonna revert. I'm gonna build my own character. 60 karma, okay. Not gonna lie, I'm really tempted to just play a rifle. To play a sharpshooter. Yeah, no, I'm gonna play a charisma sharpshooter. I'll have a couple of points in body. Loads of points in ranged combat. Rifles. Dodge, because dodge keeps you alive. 1 point in int. Don't need strength. I don't care about grenades. I'm going to be pistols. Going to be guns. Then a few points into charisma. Shadowrunner, confirm. Now, I have a few more points to spend. So I'm going to chuck them into body and one in willpower. Choose an etiquette. I am going to do street. Name your character. Classic. Here. Life was good. Easy jobs, regular pay, a reliable crew. But things went south and you had to drop off the grid. Put a bullet in the past and start fresh somewhere new. The promise of opportunity and anonymity draws you to the free city of Berlin, the Flux State. A grand experiment in social order. Corporations tread carefully here. Even the great dragon Lofwehr only has so much sway in the constantly evolving power structure of Berlin. The perfect place for a savvy Shadowrunner to disappear and begin anew. And as luck would have it, home to your old partner in crime, Monica Schaefer. It's your third run with Monica and her team. An old castle holdfast, 1 hour east of Berlin, perched on a hill overlooking the countryside. The job is standard smash and grab. Crank the vault, grab the data and get out in one piece. A mediocre payday, but work is work, and the team gathers for Monica's pre-run briefing. You pause to take in your surroundings. I hope they give me weapons, because otherwise I'm going to be useless. They did not give me weapons. Fuck. What if I had to spend spend points on that? I am going to... I'm just gonna reset just quickly because I want to see if I can actually buy weapons. Otherwise there's no point in running a character like that. Continue. Exit. Street Samurai. Got it. So body 5, quickness, ranged combat. 1, 2, 3. And willpower. Yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I'll do Shadowrun and confirm. Goddamn. Confirm. I've already read this. I want to see if they give you items. Because if they don't give you items, then I'll go back to my old one. If they do give you items, then I'm going to get slightly peeved at the character generator. They don't give you items. Huh. In that case, I'm going to go back to... Oh, crap. Wait. Load game. Load. Confirm. There we go. I can actually play now. Turns out you're just shit out of luck if you're a street samurai. The estate grounds are silent, save for a faint whistling of the wind. Your team gathers near a side entrance of the old castle holdfast, cloaked in darkness. The night is peaceful. You know it won't last. You know for what it is, a pleasant illusion that will shatter the sound of the first gunshot. Listen up, folks. Listen up, folks. Monica Schaefer, you ran with her back in the day. Watched her get her first data jack. Now she's your team leader and a direct hot decker to boot. We're on a tight timetable. I want to enter the estate, find the basement, open the data vault, extract the files and bolt. 10 minutes, top to bottom. Trying to get home for some worm talk, love? Beatrix. Shaman, the old man of the team. He smiles at her, his facial tattoos writhing in moonlight. Maybe. Monica's eyes twinkle with mischief. How many times have I told you? You can't trust anything that comes out of a dragon's mouth. That trade trash will rot your brain. It's educational. Besides, this should be a milk run. Security is supposed to be light. A few automatic weapons, no armor. With a little luck, they'll never know we are here. Now she said it's a milk run. Everybody is going to die. Watch your back all the same. Monica smiles, returns. Yeah, more wistful this time. The moonlight catches her face at a strange angle. Just like old times, eh, Hera? Milk run or not, we should be careful. Glory, razor-clawed street samurai. Her voice is cold and neutral, her expression placid. This may only be private security, but bullets don't know that. I can patch you up if I have to, but I'd rather not have to. People need to relax. We are professionals, remember? Monica raises her arm and speaks in her wrist-mounted comlink. A darkened face shimmers on the view screen. Iger, are you in position? Comlink crackles, and the response comes back, low and soft, softer than you'd expect from a troll. Affirmative. The alarm lines have been cut, and I have a clear line of fire on the estate service entrance. When you exit the building, the path will be clear. Excellent. Thank you, Iger. Just doing my job. Iger out. Comlink goes dark. Monica winks at you as she drops the alarm. Drops her arm. See, we're professionals. All right, people. Enough chatter. Our client wants the data from the vault. So we get him the data from the vault. Quick, quiet, and quick. You said quick twice. Worm talk is on tonight. Glory raises her eyebrow slightly. I told you, it's educational. Get some stuff. Grab a weapon. Grab a rifle. Grab the rest of my kit. Leave the van. Now I equip things. Got a weapon. Cool. Oops. Sorry, just sorting something out. Private museum. The owner of this estate must have money to burn. Please scan a skeleton of a theropod dinosaur. Appears to be genuine. Variety of remarkably well-preserved Slavic artifacts. Okay, I really want to smash the glass. Saving the game. Okay. What the hell? Close. Really? Really? Okay, fine. Just Overwatch. Double tap on you. That's fine. Walk away from the terminal. Do Trish. Overwatch. Never mind. And decking 2. Override matrix terminals. I'll go over here on Overwatch. Just in case. Laurie can do the same. And Dietrich is a shaman, so you can pop over here. Oh! There are people there. That I didn't know. Well, that explains a few things. Hail Mary. $47. Really? You're dead now, which is nice to know. And yeah, I'll just fire a gun. fine. Just double tap you. He is going to die. Unless I pop him here. Okay. That's definitely done better in Shadowrun Hong Kong. Assassin prog. Nothing else there. Oh, there is. Glad I moved up. Before I do, I'm just gonna chunk you for as much as I can. Cool. So now Monica can get out. And then boop. Yeah, there were a few quality of life changes that were made. Were definitely made in this. So, going to move over here. And just do myself. Oh, I can't for some reason. Great. Well, because I just moved. 8 damage is fine. I'll move Dietrich here. And then he can cast aim on Monica. Move Glory here. Heal up. You're out in the open. You're not out in the open anymore, but you are dead. Yeah. Gonna make sure that that troll gets ended as fast as possible. Glory is gonna take the shot. And then gonna unload into you. One left alive. Oh. Right over here. Snapshot. Hail Mary was bad. Move over here. Give you a buff. Reload. Ugh, one more turn. Snapshot. Cool. That's all I can interact with. So let's go into the next area. So far, so good. If you're skirmish with security, set off any alarms, you don't hear them. Monica leads the rest of the team downwards to the base of the Hartfield Manor. The payday is waiting. The data vault lies ahead. Yes, this is a big freaking vault, Liebchen. Bigger than any on the schematic. The schematic didn't have a date. Our client may have old intel. Still, our instructions were clear. Data we're looking for should be just on the other side of the door. A quick jaunt into the matrix, a little digital hand waving, and I'll have the thing wide open. Be right back. Burst of static crackles through the tiny speaker on Monica's comlink. Igus still in position on the outside of the state. Hold on, Monica. Who's in charge while you're jacked in? Monica rolls her eyes. Dietrich fixes a stare on the vault door. Gloria looks cold and distant, just as she always does. We've been through this before, Igus. You're not in the Chaos K anymore. And that chain of command nonsense doesn't fly in the shadows. We don't need rules and regulations to guide us. Same principles that apply to the flux state? Please, spare me the lecture. Politics have nothing to do with this. Best get used to it, Iger. Your love. Look, it's a simple question. Years of experience tells me that it needs an answer. Iger's right, Monica. Just in we should have a second in command just in case. Monica stares at you for a moment, clearly irritated, then a twinkle appears in her eye again. She smiles at you and as she speaks into a comlink. Very well. We'll do this one Iger's way. While I'm jacked in, here is in charge. Hear? You hear that right? Did I hear that right? You're putting the rookie in charge? I'm no rookie, Iger, and you know it. You heard what I said, Iger. This is ridiculous. I know this is a joke to you, Monica. But I'm telling you, Iger, the decision is made. You have your answer. Acknowledged. Without another word, Iger's image flickers and fades from Monica's communicator. Sorry about that. Iger can be inflexible. The legacy of a long military career. But she knows what she is doing, and she means well. That's a legit legitimate concern. She hardly knows me. There is a thin line between concern and insubordination. Let me know if she crosses it. Okay, enough chatter. Let's get this done. Monica turns towards the door, fingers poised on the controls of her cyberdeck, then glances back at you with a grin. See you on the other side. Then she punches it, projecting her consciousness into the cyberspace, her fingers harmonizing in the smooth rhythmic staccato of the only an expert decker can achieve. And she's dead. Without warning, Monica's back arches violently, her head jerks back, silencing her terrible screams. Muscle spasms ripple through her face and her jaw snaps shut, sending a mist of blood spraying from between her teeth. You look down to see a nub of pink flesh at the floor, the tip of her tongue. The room explodes into action. Gloria leaps towards Monica, her hand outstretched to yank the cord from her data jack. Dietrich surges towards the wrap the team's fallen decker in a bear hug, holding her against the convulsions that rack her body. With Monica's unearthly scream still ringing sharply in your head, you're only dimly aware of the door slamming shut behind you. Gotta pull the plug. While Glory holds Monica's head steady, you snatch the cord that connects Monica's data jack to her cyberdeck. Without a moment's hesitation, you give it a solid yank and the cord comes free. A wisp of oily blue smoke traces its way from her data jack to the ceiling. The commingled scents of charred meat and ozone fill the air. You've seen the effects of biofeedback before, but nothing like this. Suddenly, Monica's eyes fluttered open. Muscle tremors continue to distort her face. Blood oozes between her lips. You can see the muscles on her jaw tensing, and the look of concentration in her eyes. She's struggling to speak. Stay with us, Monica. We're going to get you out of here. Save your breath. She's had a stroke. Save your breath. She's had a stroke. A bad one. She'll be dead before we're even back in the van. Tell me, Monica, what are you trying to say? Slowly, painfully, Monica rests her jaw open. The blood welled up in her mouth comes pouring out in a slick covering her chest. She expels a thick guttural sound that might be a word. Satisfied, she closes her eyes and forces her mouth to make the shapes she needs. Fear. With an effort, Monica opens her eyes again and meets yours. You see pain, fear, and fear in her gaze, and something else. Hope. Verschwinge. A sudden spasm jerks Monica's head back. She grunts, then her chin drops to her chest and her head lolls to one side. Her eyes fix on an object in the next room, a computer terminal. The soft light of a cursor blinks on its recessed screen. Slowly she attempts to speak again, but the only sound that emerges is a long strangled croak. A look of resignation washes over Monica's face. She stops fighting. Her gore-slick jaw goes slack, and she dies. Monica. No, this can't keep happening. We've got hostiles. Clearly this isn't a data vault. We need to get out of here fast. Snapshot. Let's go over here. The shielding, and then double shot on you. Nice. A little bit of luck goes a long way. Internal memory checks invalid. Hera. Sealed the door behind us. What do we? We've got to find another way out of here. What are you gonna do? Monica was trying to tell me something important about this terminal. It must be important. Well, then here it is. Something tells me we're gonna have more company soon. Stay frosty, Dietrich. Just give me a minute. Text continues to scroll down the terminal screen. Problem has been detected with core component in MCPOS. Restore MCPOS to factory default settings. YN. Warning: restoring process will take several minutes to execute. Connected doors and several peripherals will be disarmed when complete. Hera. Processing request. As you watch, the number on the screen slowly begins to climb. It's going to take a while. You glance down at the second screen to see facilities on high alert. In place of a simple data vault, it seems you've stumbled on some kind of massive underground complex. A map of the Holdfast grounds indicates the security forces are en route from multiple angles. The door's currently being rebooted by the system. Restore process are flashing a dull red. If you're reading this display correctly, the only exit from this room is the Holdfast Old Servant entrance on the western side of the building. At the moment, Iger's image winks onto your comlink with a crackling sound. The image is grainy, flickering in and out. What's going on in there, rookie? Talk to me. Iger, new extraction point. Hold up, where's Monica? Down will be extracting via an old servant's entrance on the west of the main grounds. I need to keep the exit clear. Iger's silence is thick, but when she finally responds, her tone is professional. Roger that. She cuts off out without another word. Glory turns to face you, movements smooth and robotic. Her voice comes out in a frosty monotone. What's the play, hero? Our escape route will open in a minute. We hold tight until then. By hold tight, you mean sit here and fry anyone who comes through the door, don't you? Pretty much, yeah. I can do that. Thought so. When the door locks, disarm. Yeah. When the door locks, disarm. We'll make a break for it. Until then, we make them pay for Monica. Running you over here, and Dietrich, I will run over here. Well, I have no idea of where they're coming from. So, what we should do is hole up over here, actually. I realise. That's absolutely fine, and Dietrich, I'm actually going to pull back to like here. And that was a decent call. Target acquired. Dietrich is going to go over here for one. And I'm going to summon a spirit. Going to travel over here. I'll reload. Dislike the fact that Glory can't Overwatch. Like that though. Okay. Drones down. She has an adrenaline pump. That's amazing. Cool. So you're going to you're just gonna fire Wind Blast at him. 86. That's standard miss. Standard hit. Standard hit. Cool. Glory can't really do anything, and you're gonna add aim to you. Gonna end my turn. Reload. And ting you. Again, I'll just skip her turn. Okay. Uh, 99. Figure loping towards you is big, even for an orc. Majority of body is sheathed in a suit of heavy overlapping plates. What you can see of his face looks raw and slick, like old scar tissue stretched tight over his skull. He wears an expression of supreme confidence. All right, friends, playtime's over. All you Shadowrunners are the same. Skulking, sneaking, steal a vase or two from the museum, no harm. Merely scamp away into the night. But now it's too late for that sort of generosity. Visitors aren't welcome down here. Gaping more of the minigun jerks upwards, an impatient gesture loaded with malice. Drop your weapons and surrender. That's military grade armor he's wearing here. Hardened against small arms fire. I'll have a tough time getting through it. I am less concerned about the armor than I am about that minigun. Those things can tear a man in half. You have 3 seconds before I open this hose. Step out here and surrender, and I promise I'll make this easy. How about you drop your enormous gun and step over here instead? Funny. You're a funny guy. Well, Gauntleted fist tightens, and you hear the distinctive whir of the Vindicator's motor spinning up to speed. Its barrels begin to blur as the weapons, as well as the weapons face you. Just gonna load you up with some damages. Let's see if I can hit anyone. Nope. Dietrich. See if I can just add some aim accuracy and then end. Okay. So first, gonna chunk you. Next, crit for 4 is pathetic. Wonder if that stacks. Let's see if he escapes. He didn't escape. Nice. Which means I'm gonna ping you. I'm not gonna ping you. I'm just gonna unload on you. I'm just gonna miss 100% of the time. You're dead next turn anyway, so. No. Give it to Glory again, because I've got nothing better to do. Oh no. That's fine by me. Oof. Gotta reload. Yeah. What? Yep. 4 misses, I'm fine with that. You're dead. Aimed shot for you. Yeah. Give me one more. Could probably actually kill the dude. Actually, Dietrich. You need to accuracy up, people, and heal your own wounds. Door unlocks with a loud click. Your escape route is clear. I'm still going to give this guy. The orc suddenly pauses, inclining his head to one side and covering his ear with a finger. His vindicator starts to spin down. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. He grunts briefly, tapping the finger against his ear. Squads 3 and 5 report to the main entrance. Do not let the intruders escape. Without another word, he slings his weapon over to the over an armored shoulder and turns to leave the room. Thought we'd never leave. Guess we're going then. Two. That might be the most fucked man I have seen in a while. Yeah, no, game is amazing. I played through Hong Kong recently, so I'm going through this one now. Really? Really? Just gonna run up to someone like that? There we go. Load up and out. Iga rises from her corpse strewn perch at your approach. From the look of her face, it's obviously she's already sized up the situation. Knew this was going to happen. I fucking knew it. Run was a trap. Oh, it was it? Iga grits her teeth and shakes her head. We can talk about this later. For now, we've got to get the hell out of here. It's only a matter of time before more of them come pouring out of the exit. Iga slaps the side of a van, piling people, and Hira. When we get back to the Cross Bazaar, we're going to have a little talk. Kreuzberg, home to the nearly 500,000 people, and until very recently, Monica Schaefer. Once a melting pot of cultural diversity, it's now a chaotic mess of wealth and poverty, crime and commerce, anarchy and control. It's a home to your own little slice of Berlin, a neighbourhood that the locals call the Kreuzbazaar, a safe port in the eye of the storm. The ride back to the Kreuzbazaar is safe. It is quiet, but no one is in a talking mood. As the van veers past potholes and garbage piles, the glare of streetlights and neon signs play across your window, painting the world in a kaleidoscope of garish colours. Soon the van rounds the corner and skids to a halt in a narrow, crumbling alley. This is as far as Berlin's chaotic streets will take you. Your team wordlessly debarks the vehicle and climbs down into a disused section of the U-Bahn system. A well-kept secret, providing your team a safe passage to the Kreuzbazaar. Your safe house waits on the other side. You step inside, and the squalor of the disused U-Bahn tunnels give way to the warmth of your safe house. A man waits inside, silhouetted against dim fluorescent lighting. Something has happened, hasn't it? He steps forward, revealing a pale and expressionless face. Light glinting off steel-rimmed glasses. Paul Amstel, your team's fixer and landlord. Part deal-maker, part information broker. One of the most well-connected men in Berlin. His eyes sweep across the team as he takes it all in. The grim faces, the hard stares, Iga's fury, Monica's absence. I had a feeling. How did she? His face has gone ashen. He swallows, takes a moment to chew on words before spitting them out. One was a setup. One minute she was cracking the safe, next she was on the ground screaming. I've seen Monica hit Black IC before. This was something worse. Monica died of a biofeedback-induced stroke. That's right. And this idiot stood by and let it happen. Let it happen? She jacked in, she screamed, and she seized. By the time we saw she was in trouble, it was already too late. Yeah, because you never bothered learning what to look for. Muscle contractions and microtremors are good indicators of a Decker in distress. I'm assuming you didn't have anyone keeping an eye on those? No, if you had, my friend wouldn't be lying dead in the basement. Oh, Schöverweger. We were all on the lookout for physical security, Hira included. Throw him under the bus isn't going to help anything. Under bus is exactly where he belongs. I respect you, Dietrich. You know that. You don't have my training. None of you have. Monica was good. She was the best, right? But she was also overconfident. She treated the job like it was a game. Do that long enough and you're going to get burnt. If you've been paying attention, you'd have figured all of this out by now. You'd have known that Monica needed watching as much as that door. Enough, Iger. Enough. How many seconds passed between Monica's first convulsion and her plug getting pulled? 4? 5? Do you know how much damage biofeedback can do to a Decker's brain in 5 seconds? Look, this won't... You don't have to answer that. Of course you know. Monica died while you stood there and watched. This is all your That is enough! Iger, you and Hero can have it out later, but I've had enough. We need to talk action. Our client sent you into something much bigger than he led us to believe. I want to know why. I'm right there with you. This was supposed to be a milk run. Payback isn't the only reason why we need to find him. We saw something back there, something that we weren't supposed to see. It's fair to assume that we're still in danger. Agreed. And to neutralize that danger, we need to know who we are dealing with. Let's review the events that transpired tonight. Smallest detail could be important, so hold nothing back. The estate was the estate was just a front for whatever was going on in the basement. That much is clear. It wasn't a minor enterprise either. The facility took serious funds to build. And time. There was more to it than we saw. Places like that don't spring up overnight. And all in secret. The owners, whoever they may be, were none too pleased by your escape, I'm sure. What else did you find? Monica lived long enough to say her name. Feuerschwinger. She fought hard to tell us. It must be important. He still seems taken aback. He pauses for a moment before responding. The Fire Wing. This is unexpected. You'll have to forgive me. This brings back many unpleasant memories. The Fire Wing? The most terrible of the great dragons. There are those who would disagree, but they never experienced the terror of living in her shadow. You are far too young to remember her, of course, but for Germans of my generation, the name Feuerschwinger is synonymous with chaos, destruction, and death. Dragons of today are subtle creatures, full of patience and guile. Feuerschwinger was not. After her awakening, she went on a 4-month rampage that claimed tens of thousands of lives. Those were dark days. Countless men, women, and children were slaughtered, roasted alive in their homes by a creature of legend. No hope for salvation and no end in sight. It was a horror that you cannot begin to understand. What stopped her? I can't imagine a rampaging dragon would go away on its own. Eventually, the Firewing was brought down by a man named Dr. Adrian Valclair. Well, with the help of the Luftwaffe, of course. But it was experimental weapons designed by Valclair that finally pierced her hide. She fell to a hail of bullets and rocket fire and crashed down into the radioactive wasteland off the SOX. The event was called the Dragonfall. Safe at last from the dragon's wrath, Germany celebrated Valclair as a hero. Our own Siegfried, a modern-day dragon slayer, my own family practically worshipped the man. If the Dragonfall was as important an event as you make it out to be, I'm surprised I've never heard of it. The early years of the Awaken were traumatic, Iger, not just on a national level, but on a global scale. New species of awakened animals were being discovered daily. With 2 years of the Dragonfall, the active use of magic had returned to the world, a new source of terror for a bewildered public. And in 2021, the sudden emergence of orcs and trolls gave rise to yet another wave of global planet. In light of such turmoil, is it any surprise that Dr. Valclair and the Firewing were forgotten? Dragons were yesterday's news. Again, all of this happened decades ago. To the best of my knowledge, the story of the Feuerschwinger is a bit of historical trivia, and nothing more. Alright. So Monica spent her dying breath trying to tell us about a long-dead dragon. Any idea as to why? No. Doesn't make any more sense to me than it does to you. Dragonfall is ancient history. Feuerschwinger has been dead and gone for 42 years. There's one thing that I do know. Whatever Monica saw, whatever she was trying to tell us, it was important. I'll look into this, and I'll find answers. In the meantime, did you turn up anything else of value? After everything went to hell, we were confronted by an orc in military-grade armour. He appeared to be head of security. That's not much to go on. Do any details of this orc come to mind? Any distinguishing features that I could look into? He was an older guy, for one. From the sound of his voice, I'm guessing mid to late 40s. Pretty old for an orc. He had skin grafts. Most of his face looked like replacement material. If the grafts came from a legitimate hospital, there may be medical records. That is something. I'll see what I can find. Do you notice anything else during the run that may be of value? That's all we got. That's not much. It's thin. And I agree. A basement, a middle-aged orc with skin grafts, and a long-forgotten world event. Wait, we're still missing something. Who paid for this run? I do not know his exact identity. I did not set up the run. Monica did. I warned her. I told her not to take the job. She showed me it would be a cakewalk. Monica was approached recently by a man who calls himself Green Winters. He used to be a prominent activist in the F-state political scene. I've never much liked the man, but I certainly never trusted him. But Monica, she would do anything for her cause. Anything for the Flux state. Winters swore that the data he was after was critical to ensure the future stability of the Flux. And that was all it took. Sounds like Green Winters is our best lead then. Yes, most definitely. It is clear from that Green Winters has involved us in something much larger than he had Monica to believe. Led Monica to believe. When he finds out what happened to the on the run, he's probably going to rabbit. We need to chase him down before that happens. So we need information on Green Winters, and we need it fast. There's a man here in the Cross Bazaar, a Turk named Altug Burgazi. He owns a little soy cafe shop just down the way called Cafe Sezvi? This man is also a purveyor of information. I've done business with him from time to time. And do you think you would know about something about Green Winters? While I discovered Monica's renewed association with Green Winters, I contacted Altug. One of his people has been keeping tabs on Winters ever since. As I said, I did not trust the man. For good reason, it would seem. I'll talk with Altug and see what he knows about Green Winters. Very well, tell him I sent you. I'll do what I can to dig the information that you uncovered already, sparse though it may be. Nice. Karma. It's a doggo. It's a doggo. As you start towards the safe house door, a large four-legged form steps around the corner. Dante, Monica's dog, an enormous mongrel of indeterminate breed. A low whimper emerges as he enters the room, head hanging low. Oh shit, Dante. Don't worry, boy. We'll look after you. At the sight of Monica's dog, Amstel's eyes well up. He inhales but can't quite catch his breath. He started whimpering about an hour ago. Turned into a full-blown howl. Wouldn't stop. Kept. That's when I realised something bad had happened. Looking down at the huge brown eyes, you see intelligence and sadness. He lets out a small whine and rubs his head against you. Scratch Dante behind the ears. Dante leans into you and looks up mournfully, pressing his ribs against your leg. I guess the dog is going with you, Hiro. Well, perhaps part of Monica lives on in Dante. Return to the safe house when you're finished with Altug, mein Freunde. With little luck, he can help you out. He can help us locate Green Winters, and we can get to the bottom of this. And now I think we should all take a moment for Monica. Dietrich turns his head as you approach. His aging face is traced with a network of faint scars, legacy of too many fights over too many years. While he still retains a degree of strength and vigour, it's obvious that the shaman you see today is the shadow of his former self. Despite all of this, there is still an aura of power surrounding the man. He raises his bottle, offering it to you. Hiro, welcome. I've got a bottle of schnapps that needs sharing, and we've got a fallen comrade to drink to. To Monica. Prost. Liquor in the bottle is crystal clear. As you raise it to catch you catch an intoxicating whiff of cloves and caramel. Tastes of sweet corn and walnuts, with a lingering aftertaste of buttery toffee. You swallow a swig, then return the bottle to Dietrich's outstretched hand. He takes a long pull of the bottle, then locks eyes with you. Let me ask you a question, Hira. What made you choose to come to Berlin? I had my reasons. Such as? Come on, boss. I'm just trying to figure out who I'm working with here. I think I deserve to know that much. Run went bad, my team paid the price. Went bad, huh? Like the run we just came back from went bad? Worse. I was the only survivor. That's the rough, friend. How did it happen? We were double-crossed. The run went off without a hitch, but instead of paying us a plan, decided to set up an ambush. Miserable bastard. Alright, if you're telling me what you're telling me is true, how do you walk out alive? My team fought like hell, and we took the ambushes down. But we all got shot up, and I was the only ones who survived. Sorry to hear. Sounded like it was a glorious fight, though. So after all of this went down, you decided to bail out of the Roplex and head to Berlin. Am I getting that right? More or less. There wasn't much left of me for me in the Roplex, and Monica made a hell of an offer. Ah yes, Monica. Dishes raises his bottle again and closes his eyes. Then closes his eyes and takes a long drink. After the moment has passed, he returns his attention to you. It all comes back to our girl, doesn't it? So let me ask you, just what was your relationship with Monica? I knew each other way back, but she was pretty quiet about these things. Treading into dangerously personal territory here. Are we? Sorry about that. Never been much of boundaries. All the same. Like it if you told me. I always intended to get to know Monica better, but it's too late to ask her in person. I can respect that. So what was the deal between the two of you? Don't leave me in suspense. We were very close. Figured as much. Not from anything you or Monica said. I just had a suspicion. Well, anyway, good on you both. She was a wonderful woman, and I hope your time together was happy. Anyway, I've taken enough of your time. There's and the bottle's almost empty. Thank you for taking time to talk. For what it's worth, I'm happy you're here with us. Rest in peace, Monica. We'll miss you, God. No, I don't need the stash at the moment. Something I can do for you, fearless leader? Talk about Monica. No, right now we don't. Don't push me on this, hero. One of these days we're gonna hash this out. You can talk all you like about the clusterfuck that killed one of my best friends, but we won't be today. I'm gonna speak out then, Harry. You mean apology? No, actually I don't, unless you make... Really fucking tempting, but no, I won't hurt you. Not unless you give me a reason to. It isn't going to happen, are you? You're wrong about me, and I intend to prove that to you. Better luck with Hera. Now leave me alone. One more person to talk to. Gloria is beautiful, in a waifish sort of way. Her features are almost elvish in their delicacy, but there is something cold about her that you find slightly unsettling. What's more unsettling is her chrome. Gloria is rocking a heavy load out of cyberware from head to toe. She looks like she's been composed more of plastic and metal than she is of skin and bone. In the shadows, individuals such as this are anything but uncommon, but Gloria's cyberware is first generation, all of it. Bulky, invasive, practically museum pieces. This chrome was obsolete well before she was born. Hera? Can I help you? How are you holding up? Don't worry about me, I'm solid. You sure? You look like you're merely miles away. I'll be with you when it counts. Right now it doesn't. For you, Glory, of the personal kind. I'm not big on sharing sport. Personal reasons. You understand, I'm sure. Of course, we all have our secrets. I'm fine with not pushing with Glory. But Iger, I will push with all fucking day. Let us go. Dwarvish tech vendor smiles at you. She's speaking clipped, heavily accented German. Welcome to the data heaven. Can I help you with something? Some tech. See what I've got. Okay. So, not into drone stuff. I hope you can pick up a drone, a Decker. Talus Kramer. Not a caster this run though, so it doesn't matter as much. Jan Goldschmidt. Hello, my friend. A fine day for Soikav, yes? Yes, it certainly is beaut. From the back of the store, the voice of the shopkeep cuts you off. Don't mind the fool in the chair. He roars like a traumatized walrus, stewing all day in his own sweat. I tolerate him because he takes his Soikav by the bucket. Alltag, my Freunde. You're as quick-witted and sharp-tongued as ever. I bow to you. Are you going to bow to me? You had first have to vacate your chair. To summon a team of determined young men and an ox to assist with the task. With luck, you will be on your feet by nightfall. Enough of the senseless bickering. You have a reason you've approached me for a reason, yes? Tell me, what can Jan Gosmith do for you? Oh, don't mind our dear Altog. He's a peevish man, but his eye was not directed at you. I have a distinction of being the sole target of Altog's rage and derision. Nothing, I'm done with this. Until next time, my friend. The man behind the counter looks past you at the dog following close behind. Dante, I'll fetch the water dish and perhaps a coffee for our friend here. Paul Amstel sends his regards. Very good. Please express to Herr Amstel my appreciation of his patronage. If he needs any more catering jobs seen in the future, I'm always happy to provide. He's telling me you're developing a menu for a friend of his now. Herr Winters, I believe. I want to hear about it. Ah, yes, of course. Oh, wise one. Cammy, come. Young woman bustles in from the back room. Her gum chewing is loud enough to hear over the noise of the coffee grinders. Burgazi spits something out in rapid-fire Turkish. As you wish, uncle. I'll see to it right away. Cammy offers you a shy grin, snaps her gum, and hurries back into the room that she came from. My girl Cammy has arranged to make contact with the chef as we speak. It'll likely take some time. My chef is a busy man. But while we wait, I wonder if you could be so kind as to run a small errand for me. A trifle, really. I hate to trouble you. I'm most embarrassed to even ask. But I hate to be most appreciative of your help. Oh boy. I do a job, I get paid. You're already being compensated. Do you not recall? Cammy is fetching your information for you. Returning the favour would be Cordy's thing to do. My time is a valuable commodity, my friend. I'm sure a businessman like you can understand that. Oh ho ho. Yes, of course I can. There, you've been paid. Now get on with it, eh? This errand is simple, hardly worthy of you. I've installed a number of data taps in Berlin's fibre optic network as part of my civic duty, you understand. Taps provide free matrix access to all who live in the Cross Bazaar. In order to maintain their, how do I say it, their anonymity, each tap's protocol buffer must be reset every few days. I simply wish for you to visit each data tap and reset it. Simple enough. Yeah, simple job. Time consuming and a bit tedious perhaps, but simple. Just reset the taps and come back when you're finished. There should be 3 of them scattered around the neighbourhood. First one is just outside. Look for a metal box with yellow arrows pasted on top of it. By the time of your return, I should have the information Harry Amstel requested. One sec. Cool. Might have been a bad idea to tab out then, because the game has just decided to stop existing. Apparently it's having an issue with monitor resolution. Might have just crashed out. Yep, it crashed. Whoop-de-doo. Give me a second. Shadowrun is just finishing syncing. Please tell me I'm not right back at here. Time to deal with I get shit once again. I definitely, like, even just playing the start of this, I'm definitely missing a couple of the quality of life changes that they made into Hong Kong. Story-wise, this is amazing. Great. Yep. No, not yet. Back before Dante. That's fine, I guess. Stretch Dante's behind the ears. Do your trick. Take the bottle to Monica Prost. I had my reasons. Rum went bad. Worse, I was the only survivor. Double crossed. I was the only one who survived. Dangerously personal territory. I can respect that. Very close. We need to talk about Monica. Fair enough. You owe me an apology. No, actually. How you holding up? You sure? Personal card. Of course. Is this my room? There we go. Now I have seen it, so it's fine. And working towards the exit. Now just don't tab out while the game is loading, or at least loading that specific thing. Just have a look at you, just so I can read all my steps. Jan. Lamb still sends his regards. Her Winters. I do a job, I get paid. Charisma 3. Don't need people for this. Regular runners are all disposed. Cool. There we go. Didn't crash this time. Woo! Reset data set. Data protocol buffer is now reset. Some random woman dancing in the street. Yeah, I'll toss one in the bag. Let's see, what do you sell? Romani Patriarch is an impressive figure, an enormous man in his late 60s, burly and broad-chested despite his age. His voice is deep and resonant, and his breath is heavy in the stench of pipe tobacco. Taven Baxtail Elf. Here to conduct some business? If so, I welcome you to met back arms and ammunition. If not, keep on walking. I'm gonna buy. Gotta tell me about your inventory. You have weapons from all across Europe. Ares, Seska, Fischetti, you name it. If it can be found on the continent, it can be acquired by Metback Arms. Impressive. Let's do some business. I want a Ruger. Outfits. So I have 1349. If I get the Ruger, I won't be able to afford it. The outfit. Yeah, I'm gonna get the Ruger. Oh yeah, I have Karma. I'd forgotten about that. Looking for some magic, mind finder. Who the hell is Simi? Mother Superior says there will be 7 for me to kill, and I need to see to them. You're as high as a kite, aren't you? We could fly kites. I could ask Mother Superior. So I'm going to be governess of the children. I'm gonna step away now. I need to rejoin the children. Phone rings. Pick up the receiver. The Schockenwälder writer's contract for this case is no more. Here it is listed as a follow-up contract. This is our only secure line to this case. Please listen to the following instructions carefully if you are a supporter for our cause. We have phone booths in strategic locations throughout the city. Within each one you may find a request posted for specific information. You can obtain a copy of this information, return here, and submit it via the port below the receiver. We'll verify the authenticity of this information and post an undocked copy on the Matrix ourselves. It is our stated goal for this information to remain free to all. However, you'll be compensated for the sought after information and return to this location. Keep an eye out. I'll keep an eye out. Data tab has been reset. See, a bizarre monument towers before you. At the top of the pedestal is a form of an angel stands. It is its outstretched wings looming over the small park. But the material is strange and uneven, giving the statue a cold Frankenstein-esque appearance. It appears that the artist has welded this monument together from various metal scraps and pieces of junk. As you approach, a small grimy monitor at the base of the statue flickers dimly into life. The grainy face of a smug young monk appears on screen. Hello there, I'm Herbert Kunzel, the creator of this monument. What would you like to know? Statue name? This is my tribute to Victory, the Victory of Anarchy. It is both citation and parody of the statue we destroyed some 20 years ago. You may remember it from the history of the Trids as Stigasola, or Goldelfs. As obvious, the Stigasola, a monument to the hubris of the Prussian state, gets blown to bits. So someone takes a lot of bits and builds a monument to the hubris of anarchy. I mean, what's more is there to say? I'm the visionary Huber Consul from the Lindwurmer. You may know me from... Oh, okay, well, there isn't much I'm known for yet. But I intend to change that. All born from misery, after all. Haven't been this side. And that is the last place, the last data tab, so... as you're resetting the data tab, you notice that someone duct taped a small handmade receiver to the system. An earplug dangles to the receiver. Put your to the receiver. Sound of heavy machinery makes it difficult to hear the words that are being spoken. After a moment, you find you can make out two distant voices: a nasal woman who sounds highly like a heavy smoker, and a man who speaks in high-pitched, breathy tone. Just heard, Monica. Need to verify. Good for us. Sound like a conveyor belt's starting as the noise of machinery, and you can't make out anything else until it comes to a stop a minute later. Think our next step? Wait, isn't ready to make a move yet. Be patient. See who steps up. Could be someone more. All you can hear is the sound of machinery. Motorized vehicle starts up, drowning out everything else. Always loudly again, it's like a telephone. You hear the sound of a door slamming shut, and the noise of machinery is suddenly muffled. There's a rattle of plastic, and the ringing stops. Guten Tag. How may I help you? I heard. Yes, he knows. I told him it wasn't time to make a move yet. Why do you think I am? An idiot? Council needs to meet again. I know. Getting everyone in the same room is challenging. Getting them to agree on a course of action is going to be even more challenging. From my perspective, the Cross Bazaar was only stable because of her. If she really is out of the way, well, we'll see, won't we? Yeah. I know. What can I say? Things go slow in the flux sometimes. Well. Puzzles within puzzles within puzzles. That was a bit that always slightly confused me when I was playing this the first time. I always thought that the cafe was slightly further, slightly closer to the north than it was. Come on. Welcome, Honoured Elfendom. And how can Bragazi serve you today? You would like a cup of coffee, perhaps? Coffee? As in real coffee, not soy cow? Yes, for individuals of refined taste, I offer genuine bean coffee. For my native Turkey. This is a top-shelf item, my friend, and not for the general public, only for those few discerning connoisseurs who probably appreciate it. I think I'm the sort who can appreciate it. Tell me about the Turkish coffee. It's handpicked from my family by my family in Turkey. True delicacy of the sixth world. This was considered a luxury even before the awakening, when bean coffee was everywhere. Every street corner, they say. Ghazi leans in close, lowering his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. Long hours in the shop have perfumed his body with a commingled sense of coffee, incense, and applewood tobacco. Trust me, if your coffee experience has been limited to soy calf, you must not deny yourself this opportunity. You will see God. Oh, you've sold me. How much? Deal. Very good. Ragazi hands you a ceramic travel cup, which he then fills into the brim with dark, steaming liquid. The scent is intoxicating. Finish with a little trifle. Oh, very good. I assume you had no difficulties? Difficulties? No. One of the tabs has been modified a bit, though. Someone using it as a surveillance device. Of course they were. I would be surprised if they weren't. This is Berlin, after all. In the flux, everyone spies. If you do not spy, how will you know who is in power and who will be in power next? If you are to stay here, Elfendom, you must get used to it. Who enters the Turkish bath will sweat, as my uncle Tadema always says. Nevertheless, I shall have one of my people look into it. Wait, there's more. I was listening to the tap in it. I heard something. Might be important. Oh, tell me, O listener, at Keyholes, what did you hear? On the surveillance tap you found. Couldn't make it out. A nasal woman and a high-pitched man. They seemed to be pleased Monica was out of the picture. News travels fast in Berlin. These two are known to me. Is there more? and got a call and talked about the council meeting tonight to decide if they should make a move. Then she was drowned out by heavy machinery. Most excellent. It is indeed fortuitous that you discovered this information. That is not unexpected. I will have one of my people attend this council meeting and report back. We'll be very interested in this, so let me know what happens. With that out of the way, let's return to pressing business. He barks a stream of rapid-fire Turkish, and the gum-chewing young woman comes hurrying to the counter. Menu for her Amstel, uncle. He hands you a folded piece of paper. Inside is a memory stick. Please extend my consolations to him. The death of Fräulein Schaffer must have hit him hard. Ragazi gives Camille a small nod and she hurries out of the room. When she's gone, he returns to his attention to you. Please express my condolences as well. I only just heard the news. Monica was an important part of this community. Few know how important. This memory stick Camille just handed you should contain all the information Herr Amstel requires from Jeff in the field. Should you require my services in the future, you know where to find me. Until then, good day. I do enjoy how you can, like, spend little bits of money on frivolous things as you play. Here. Did you get the information about Green Winters? Spoke to Altuk, he gave me a memory stick. Let's see what his agent has to say. Amstel snatches the memory stick from your hand and slots it into his computer terminal. He navigates a series of command line menus. A wall of amber text floods the screen. Amstel scans it, mouthing the words as his eyes flip back and forth. Baragazi's agent tells Green Winters to a hotel in a cesspool of keys called Dragonfall. The hotel, called Das Kasselhaus, is a renovated factory nestled deep in the heart of Dragonfall. It appears that Winters is holed up there. Recently there was some contention between two gangs over the control of the neighbourhood. Due to gang violence, the agent refused to follow Winters inside the hotel, but he confirms that he's still inside. Well, what are we waiting for? She slings her rifle over her shoulder with a single spare motion. Gear up, people. We have a hotel to raid. Blair and Dietrich pause. Exchange looks with Paul. Just a moment, Iger. Amstel rises from his chair, drawing himself to a full height. Even so, he has to crane his neck to look at her in the eye. You're an excellent soldier, and nobody questions your competence in the field. Your loyalty to this team is equally commendable. That said, we believe Hiram is the right choice to lead the team. What? Don't mistake this decision for a reprimand. Monica considers your contributions to the team to be invaluable. But we all know that she wasn't comfortable putting a soldier in charge. This is unbelievable. She's, Iger speaks through clenched teeth. Her words are measured, but her expression is livid. You want to put the rookie in charge? Again? Don't you people learn from your mistakes? Here is the reason we're still alive, Iger. He kept us together. He led us out of there in one piece, making him your golden boy. This is more your flux state idiocy at work, isn't it again? It's what Monica believed in. Yeah. And look where that got her. I'm going to give you a piece of advice. In the field, only two things matter. Mission and survival. Everything else is a distraction. Your ridiculous politics have no place on a Shadowrun. What can I say? We're German. If you have a history of strong political views, screw it. Let's put an end to this. I've got the skill and experience to lead this team. Hera, on the other hand, was appointed by Monica as a joke. If you'd rather he take the lead, I'll abide by that, but I want to hear each of you say it. I'm going to quarrel with you, Iger. I'll do as the group wishes. You stay out of this. And when she raises her hand to growl at you, Dante's ears lay back and he lets out a growl. Reflexively, she takes a half step back. I think we've heard what Dante has to say. As for my part, Hero saved our lives back there. You may not believe it, but he did. The way I see it, it means I follow his lead a while longer. I trust Monica's judgment. Therefore, I will trust Hero's judgment. Discussion is finished, Iger. I will take Monica's place as the leader of this team. Do whatever it takes to keep this team and Monica's legacy alive. That includes taking your advice, Ava. That's big of you. I don't agree with this decision, but I will respect it. Her takes the lead. Then conversation closed. So I'm going to move on. To focus on chasing down Green Winters. Indeed. I have transferred information that we received from Altug to the computer terminal in the next room. It used to be Monica's personal workstation here. Now it's yours. Monica kept a variety of notes and dossiers on the machine. I would suggest reviewing her notes when you have time. Good hunting. I will eagerly wait your return. I won't suggest driving to the Dorkin Kipper. The roads aren't safe. Taking the U-Bahn will be faster anyway. That's the tip, U-Bahn it is. Ava nods, then turns to check her equipment. The rest of the group disperses in turn. You now command a team of Shadowrunners. Let us go to the mission computer. Right station and mission computer, the command center for your team's operations, and your last link to the memory of Monica Schaefer. Her thoughts and words live on the machine. At times it's easy to forget she's gone. Old messages. Hello, Ace. Screen flickers to life. Monica's face appears. Hands are on her hips, and she's wearing a wry smile. Ace, if you're reading this, it means I either died or stepped down. Hopefully the latter, but probably the former. Not many Shadowrunners make it to a retirement age. In any case, I'm sure you'll do a fine job in the role. If you need anything, talk to Paul. He's a good man. He knows how important it is to make sure that you take my place. One last thing. I might cause some problems. In fact, I think it's a fair bet she already has. Just remember, she brings something to my team nobody else does. You'll want her on her side. On your side. My advice to you is this: hold your own with her. If she pushes you, push back. Don't try to butter her up with flattery. She'll see right through it. Most of all, do what you can to earn her respect. Never be satisfied following. She'll never be satisfied following if you don't give her a better reason than because Monica said so. I have faith in your Ace. It's up to you to justify that faith. Oh, and by the way, if you botch this, I'm coming back and haunting your ass. I mean that. Jobs directory, pending and active, back to root, Shadowlands BBS, post pay data, antiques delivery schedule. Pardon? Who is Blotz? I think that's the name. I'm still recovering from the logs. This hot dog had just trashed my LAN hosting server. Sounds like some kid pissed over his cartoons getting cancelled. Left a bunch of garbage files all over my disks, and I'll be cleaning them up all day. I should make you pass a dumbass test before you're allowed to deck into this down. Step up your security. Write some white IC programs if you can. At least make the kid's hair stand on end for a few hours next time if he tries it. Make sure that your IC is quick. Heavy hitting IC is no good if it can't catch up with an intruder. A fact that I take advantage of on a regular basis. Always running a CW. Like clockwork. If you two are finished. I did have IC on the thing. Tracked the whole down. Grocery store across the street was piggybacking on my LAN, and they left an unsecured jack point in the bathroom stall. Old as hell maintenance jack in a fuse box, and my security ignored it. Mystery solved. Shadowlands isn't your personal tech board, Lumens. Glad to see you fix your own problem. Only way you're gonna learn. Claire in Seattle. Anyone else read about this? Said he got a Lone Star contact. They can't catch this guy. Emerald City Ripper has been on a spree and no one has a clue. Pathetic. If someone like that had happened on my block, some vigilantes would have tracked him down and stopped him. Shows how good state payroll cops are. Who says it's a he? They don't know of any leads. Huh. I'll be in Seattle next week. FWD, any info you have about this Ripper and all, see about taking him out for a date with my Walther May 2100. Your Lone Star will have a fat reward waiting for every blaster schooner. Monica's personal files. Glory. A damaged Enigma. I've known her for almost 5 years now, but I don't think I'll ever really know her. Somehow I doubt anyone will. On an operational level, Glory's solid. That chrome of hers may be old, but it gets the job done. I've seen her take a troll apart with her hand razors. And when her adrenal pump is done, she moves faster than anyone I've ever seen. On top of that, Glory's a competent field medic. I don't know where she learned medicine, yet another question mark, but she's patched me up at least a dozen times. Between her skill with the medkit and Dietrich's magic, we haven't had much trouble with serious injuries. And in our line of work, that's a luxury. That's all that I know about Glory. She keeps to herself, barely talks, and spends most of her off time staring at nothing. I've seen this kind of behaviour before, of course. Something bad happened to her past. Deep down, I think she's still running from it, and I'm sure that her cyberware ties into it somehow. I don't know, maybe someday she'll open up to me. I'd like to think that she will, I suppose. On me? Hera, my secret weapon. I've run enough to know with Hera that he's trustworthy. Good in a fight too, but beyond all that, just good to see him again. There are many people left from my old days. Far too few, and Hera, well, he's always been the best of them. God, that was sappy. Mental note, re-record this before Hera gets a chance to see it. Anyway, if anything happens to me, it's good to know that he'll be on hand to fill my shoes. It's not what Iga would want, but it's what would be best for the team. Iga, what's to say about Iga? She's smart, she's strong, and she's one hell of a soldier. In a close-up fight, I've seen her take apart an entire security team with a shotgun. She's even more dangerous at range. It's a handy thing, having a trained sniper on her team. All in all, we'll enjoy one hell of an advantage thanks to her. Unfortunately, there are some disadvantages too. All of that military training left her, how to say it, rigid? I suppose. Unlike others, Iga isn't content to go with the flow. She wants lists, maps, and timetables. She wants hierarchy, and she wants it formalized. I don't think that she realizes it, but giving her what she wants would destroy this team. Gloria and Dietrich wouldn't put up with it for more than a day or two. I know that I wouldn't, but she keeps on pushing, all the same. One of these days, the situation is going to come to a head. I hope that it doesn't happen too soon. Dietrich, one of my dearest friends, and a shaman of tremendous power. A good man to have at your side in a fight. I tend to use Dietrich in a support role. His magic can dramatically bolster combat effectiveness of a frontline fight like Iga or Glory. But when the chips are down, he's more than capable of dishing out punishment on his own. Can't think of much else to say about Dietrich, just a good, reliable guy. He's getting a little long in the tooth for a Shadowrunner. I'm not sure how many more years he has ahead of him in this game. We'll be happy to run with him for as long as he's able. We'll see, I suppose. Amstel. Paul, a talented, well-connected fixer with contacts all over Berlin. Not much else to say on the matter. Cool. Let's go. Time to fuck the shit up of this dude in green. How are you holding up? Trust you. Talk to you later. Same shit. So it's a shame they didn't input triggers into this, but would allow you to actually like cut off conversations once you've had them, so you're not repeating conversations. Let's see who my team is going to be. Assemble the team. Das Klassenhaus Hotel and Nightclub. Crown jewel of Dragonkipper, the filthiest keys in Berlin. Opening the door to the ground level dance club is like bashing your head into the wall of into a wall of sound. Flashing lights stab your eyes, and the air is perfumed with cheap synthol and engine grease. Everything here is cranked up to 11. A playground for the numb. Grim Winters is somewhere in the building. You steel yourself with a sensory assault and step inside. Teammates a quick check of their weapons and follows you into Das Klassenhaus. I read Synthahol and think Synthoil because I've played so much Binding of Isaac. Okay, I'm fine. I have my gear. No. Give me 1 second. Das Klassenhaus Club and Hotel. Last known location of Green Winters. Troll working the door might be the shortest you've ever seen. And the thickest. Despite the pounding music and the writhing bodies, his face is buried in a comic book. Welcome to Das Klassenhaus. Now under new management. Again. There's no cover. Just go on in and get your fix. That's Cronin at the bar over there. He'll take care of you. Just play nice and you'll meet her Zap. Or you'll meet her Zap. Have fun. I don't know if her Zap. I'm just at a party. It's great, really. Anything else? I was thinking about taking a nap. How about a room? And do a front desk look? Hotel's closed. Renovations. You want somewhere to crash? Go somewhere else. I booked a reservation last week. What's the problem? So I look like so now I look like the concierge. Point people at the bar. If someone else starts trouble, I give them a taste of her Zap. That's it. That's all I do. Have a good time and behave yourself. Nothing I could do there. Inspect things. I like inspecting things. Music out here on the floor is way too loud for comfort. The scene going down at the bar is even louder. Dealer on duty stands impressively behind the bar. A desperate-looking young woman is pleading with him, apparently to little effect. Alright, Silky. I'm going to explain how this works to you one more time. I give my cash, and you get your kram. No cash, no kram. Period. But I need it, Krona. And I have cash. I totally do. It's up in my room, but you guys won't let me up there to get it. Hotel's under new management, beautiful. You don't have a room anymore. What was up there? You might as well forget about it. But that was all I had, and I have to get it right. Get right soon. Well, maybe we could work out a trade. Cram for services. Services? Connie, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Do you want cram or not? This ain't gonna happen, chummer. Not now, not ever. I'll give you about half an hour before the shake set, and when that happens, you know where to find me. Oof. Leave me alone, okay? I've got some problems to deal with. Sounds like new management stole your property. Ask me some questions, and I'll help you get it back. Really? That'd be incredible. I need that money, and left some things up there too, you know, personal stuff. My stuff should be in room 304, where Najra and Sarah was staying until, well, you know. I'll be waiting right here when you get back down. So what do you need to know about? Heard of a guy named Green Winters? No, I don't think. Oh yeah, well yeah, I bumped into him here a few days ago. I remember because his name sounded like kind of chewing gum. I think I remember seeing him leave, so he's probably holed up in his room. Pretty sure there's still some people up there. Once gangers have missed. I hear they locked themselves in. Bad guys. I mean, like, real bad guys. The gang that used to run this place wasn't all bad. They kept the crime flowing and the prices went too high. Never hassled me as long as I kept buying. You guys killed them all when they took over. Now I'm stuck dealing with this assholes like Krona. Floor manager, Frank, had a thing for my girl Sarah. He was always coming on to her, no matter how many times she told him no. I haven't seen her since the takeover, but he won't stop asking me about her. Guy's a real creep. That's all I can think of. Steer clearer than you guys when I can. I shouldn't have to tell you why. Tell me about Leo. Nice enough place, you know, factory. I've had some stories about penthouse level, something about a sealed vault. You'd have to talk to Frank, he's the floor manager, have an elevator key. He's over there on the VIP balcony. See the greasy jackass in the oversized suit? The one drooling over the table dancer? That's Frank. Party girl. I'm always down to party. I'm not carrying any. They are back. So, where am I actually looking? Oh, that's Frank. Can I touch the electrical panel? Let's talk to Frank. Pen to the floor manager's too expensive for this neighborhood and too baggy to be his suit is a name tag. Frank. Yeah, what you need? Reluctantly, he shifts his attention away from the elvish dancer swaying in front of him. I'm looking for a guy. Calls himself Green Winters. No? Yes, sad old bastard with a data jack that oozes something nasty. Wears cheap glasses and drinks like fish. What about him? I thought he might be staying upstairs. If I see him, I'll let him know that you're looking for him. Just get to the hotel. We're a few minutes up there. You know, for bugs. We're in Dragon Kepper. You think I care about a few bugs? I need a room. But buddy. I think I'll just take the key instead. Enforcer. I only just noticed the troll dancer. That's something. No, yep. 2 down. Just gonna clear out this game. Fuck it. Oof. Enforcer is dead. I really, really like thee. Oof. Wounded. Ah. Her zap needs to be sorted out quite quickly, I think. What are you? Give me more actions for shots. You're dead. You're dead. I didn't have money, so I couldn't get up. Wait. I want to know if that was failed because... No, I would have still failed it. No. At least now I can keep Silky's belongings. Let's explore. Personal terminal. Access safe. Cancel. See where the code is. Well, now I have enough to pay Frank. Nope. Cancel. Shame. Crumbling wall. Section of wall seems to be buckling under its own weight. The aging wallpaper lines the rest of the hallway. Get your muscles slam on the wall. I go. Shoulder checks the wall and weak wood gives way. Bedside table. You find a small synth leather-bound journalist leaving journal. You're leafing through the pages of the book reveals a couple of entries. Each one is scrawled in frantic, barely legible handwriting. Read the first entry. Okay, I know Eddie's up to something. Like, I heard him today talking to the guy that works in the kitchen, asking him where the cleaning supplies was. I've seen Eddie's room. Dude never cleaned a day in his life. I'm gonna follow him tomorrow and figure out what his deal is. Maybe he's just selling mouthwash to the hobos and block down the old boss depot. Ha ha ha. I knew it. Fragging Eddie. I saw him yesterday up on the third floor because the vending machine he was down at, he was out of Soika. So he came up and went over to the out of order latrine. He punched in a code. Didn't know I was watching, did you, Eddie? Well, I ain't so stupid. He put 2478 and I'm gonna step and find out what he was doing in there. Well, seems like you're dead now. So might not have found. Door opens there. I think it's a toilet, but we'll see. That is a toilet with nothing in it. Things! Minor trauma care, what the fuck is that?
Kakashi sensei, I'm ready to be a dank ass ninja.
Jesus fuck, Pete, you scared the hell out of me. I didn't hear you come into this channel because I'm streaming. Currently playing Shadowrun Dragonfall, and I'm going with the guns blazing option right now. Partial cover, and then. So 16 damage. Dead. Nice. No, you missed. Nice job. Nice job, my dude. So, I'm gonna take out the enforcer as fast as I can. And then I'm gonna run over here. Sure. So you hit there. Sort of that. Unload into you. Wow. Yeah. No, actually. 99. Actually, I'll swap to the AK. And then
I've got this game called the new game called Vampire.
yeah, I've heard good things about it, man.
Yeah, I got it. It's pretty cool.
Like, it's been very mixed. Like, it's had very mixed reviews. But press the 1 key.
I mean, it's like there are bits in it which you think it's not all that polished, but then you sort of like the voice acting is really immersive, and you know, just the,
read
just
the
the way the world is.
Return to the main menu. 405, submit code. To the main menu. 306 was it? 304. Silky. Patch notes. Schroeder, Crown Habit, 2 ampoules per day, preferred customer. Newman, Bliss Habit, 1 pack a day. No sales team, keep pressure up. Just sounds becoming a preferred customer. Preferred customer. Don't know the admin password. But I might soon. Especially with this. Allows access to maintenance closets on hotel floors. It's very nice. Things. Money. Still don't know the password for that. 3rd floor, hotel. Go to the maintenance closet. Things. Cram. Inspect. This reads do not open, so I'm going to open it. That is a giant scorpion. I should not... Fuck. Should not have opened that. I credit for half itself. Never mind. I'm going to give myself another action because I'm a moron. And hit it for 12. Switch. Line is so lost. Move over here. Kill the scorpion from a distance. And there's nothing to worry about. Also, Jesus fuck, that is terrifying. His food is in the crisper drawer. See you next week. He is a giant scorpion. Who in their right fucking mind keeps a giant scorpion? Let's see if there's codes here. 2478. Submit. Let's steal some more things. I picked up some jazz. I would also like some hard blues, please. Well, there's no one to give it to, but I was hoping to steal the money. That would have been nice. Smash the boards and jump down. I want to see where this goes. I realise it goes down a floor. But frightened man. Don't hurt me, I'm just a line cook. Let me go and tell anyone. What are you so afraid of? Oh, you know, those guys are... well, I just thought... You thought what? I thought you were one of them, you know, the gangers that took over and shut up the place. I work. Let's say I worked. I worked for the previous owners. When the shooting started, I shoved myself in here. Whoever they are, haven't figured out how to override my keys yet. It's been a day and a half. I don't know how much longer I can last in here. I know there's some sort of chop shop in room 401, like low-level street dog stuff. If I had to deliver room service. One day when we were short-staffed, the docs got the drag out of me. People hooked up to tubes and stuff. Door code was 5870 if you want to take a look. Here's a stiff by the sink. I couldn't. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, thanks. I mean, you're just gonna leave me to die here, right? I took the guy, care of the guys outside. You should be able to make them run for it. Good is gone. Egypt. Egypt. Let's see where this goes. Oh, it's here. Oh, yeah. Fourth floor. 401. Code is 5870. Iger is going to shotgun this man in the face. Oh, I hit that. You're too close, so I'm going to unload into you. Heal up. And then throw shit at you. I'm just gonna run over here. That's nice. You're dead to me. And then Gloria's gonna just cut the ever-loving fuck out of anything that survives. Really? Cool. Hyper auto injector. Some item stash. Nothing in here. Cavalier frag grenade, nice. 404, room not found. So 403 is where... 1989. This is a very empty room. Scene is eerily familiar. Dead man is still jacked into his smouldering computer, his face contorted in a mask of pain. Blue smoke spills from his data jack, like Monica. And there's something else. The man's outline is wrong. It takes a moment for the realization to sit in. His back is bent at an impossible angle. Jesus. Looks like he convulsed hard enough to break his own spine. Is that even possible? You tell me. Matches with the description of that Alton gave us. Scream Winters. And what happened to Monica? I expect that, is that what happened to Monica? I expect it would have. We jacked her out in time to prevent it. Hell of a way to go. Yeah, I'm getting that. Seen biofeedback deaths before, but never seen anything like this. Kneeling to inspect the body, you find smears of blood on the carpet under Winter's right arm. Moving the arm, aside you find a number written across the floor. 91612. Use your PDA to take a hollow pick of the number and the body, then step away. Search Green Winter's room. Move the painting aside. Nothing here. There's no way that it's going to be on that wall, right? Move the painting aside. Huh. 91612. Inspect the discs. Just global watch me, it looks almost new, the others are clearly much older, many of them are badly scratched. Last two discs in the bundle are stuck together. When you try and pry them apart, the readable surface of the bottom disc peels away. Take the discs. As soon as you finish the stone, the vid phone starts to ring. That's the vid phone. Hey there, Chief. Don't hang up. I've got a proposition for you. I'm listening. Probably noticed this building's under new management, right? And judging by the fresh corpses I'm seeing strewn all over the hotel, I'm going to guess you don't like you guys any better than I do. Well, I'd like to make you an offer. You cover my escape, and I'll get you into a secure vault at the top of the floor. Belong to the leader of the gang that used to run this place. Trust me, it's still secure. I'll set up the security protocols. I set up the security protocols myself. Last Decker they brought in to take a crack at it came back out in a stretcher. They haven't found too many volunteers since then. You a Decker then? That'd be an understatement, chum. Well, I could say I'm the Decker. In these parts at least. How's Matrix's Blitz? Maybe you've heard of me? The Blitz? The one and only. Glad to be talking to a fan. Got my attention. What's in the vault? Gear, money, you know, lots of good stuff. Well, I am a fan of good stuff. As we all. So shall we grab it? Yeah, where'd I meet you? Room 505. Time to get a new Decker, which is great because I am not a Decker. In fact, I'm basically playing the same thing as Iger, with an AR instead of a shotty because they both work off rifles, and it's more streamlined for points. Top floor, penthouse suite. 505 is. Knew you'd come. Always been a good judge of character. Since we're meeting in person, I'll formally introduce myself. Blitz, Decker Extraordinaire at your service. Hero. Vault is around the corner. Once we get there, I can unlock it with a few clicks of the keypad. Built myself a back door when I wrote the security system. Never hurts to be too careful. Sounds good. Let's go. But first, I'm going to go into every room and kill every human being who shows up. Because, that's how this run is gonna work. Shit. Shit. So. Should I just unload on you? Yes. Dietrich is going to give me an extra move, which means I can hide behind cover. Igor is going to come in. It's false cover, I know, but... So 1, 2... Got another 2 actions. It's a little bit painful, but that's fine. Sprint though. And yeah, enter. Sort it. Snipe you. Go, and then glory, because razors are fun. There we go. Alright, here we go. Tap. There we go. Done. Wait. When did that thing get installed? Take God! There's a fucking enraged troll in here as well. Are you kidding me? Iga. Just gonna run over here. Switch to the shotgun. And fire at you. Interact. Oof. What do I want dead more? The auto turret or the troll? Troll. Troll has more health, which is more terrifying. Oops. I just realised I was firing straight onto her. That was silly of me. Fine with using a basic trauma kit. And then... 15... 13... So, gonna use a heal on you because I'm a moron. Gonna inject you for another turn. Crit you. Reload. Sniper shot. Sniper shot. And you're dead. Eventually. Okay, that was really messy, but let's go. Take the drone. Send item. Drug formula, jazz. Money. That's another search and stash. So what you got in here? Drake. What a waste of shit. A good waste of life. Alrighty. Let's get this. Gotta check the toilet. Toilet might have something in it. Did not. Also, I don't understand why it's not en suite to the penthouse. Ground floor club. Let's make a swift exit. So I killed the entire gang. Dancers are still here. Expensive bottle of scotch. If you guess by the colour, you'd say it's about 50% water. Oh well, it must have been terrible to be stuck in here. There's no picnic, to tell you that much to say. You wouldn't have to need to know a hot decker, would you? As it happens, we could use a decker, yes. Excellent, fantastic. I promise you won't regret this. Perfect. Your team makes its way back to the nearest Uban station. 20 minutes later, you're on the return trip to the Crust Bazaar, leaving the filth of the Dragonfall far behind. But imagine the image of Green Winter's twisted corpse continues to linger in your mind. You left one of the discs that you pulled from Winter's safe to the light. Reflections dance off its surface. With luck, you'll soon have answers to the answers that you have been looking for. Crew advancement confirmed. So, got 9 karma to play with. So, Iger. Shotgun specialist. Meltdown or blade specialist. Yep. Accuracy with throwing knives increased. Nice. Razor specialist. Yep. That's nice. Starts level 2. Confirm. Confirm. Cancel. 9 karma. So. Did I? Yes. I've got 4 karma to spend. I could pick up my I could pick up 1 in body, pick up 1 in int, 1 in willpower. Can't pick up anything in charisma. I'm going for dodge rather than body. I think I'll pick up one in... Int. Because that'll be more helpful in the long run. I would have picked up one in Charisma if I'd had one more point. Or, well, no, I wouldn't have. I'd picked up one in something else, but... Speak to Blitz. Hey Chief, you need something? Just checking in, you doing alright? Great Chief, just doing alright. It's real nice to be able to wind down and relax for a change. No more worrying about this ganger or that ganger sneaking by me and slipping a knife between my ribs. It's a good change, Chief. I've got to say. Good. Focus on getting the current job done. Yeah, Eric, come on. This is always 100% focused. I suppose. I'm going to try to keep it short, okay, Chief, we've got some things to do. How long were you in Dragonfall? Let's end up there after the Anarchist Revolution of 39. I was just a kid back then, too young to realise how good I was, how much money I could have made working in the shadows. And so, being young and dumb, I fell in with the gang crowd, and that was that. Why should I trust you? Why wouldn't you, Chief? I mean, just look at me. I'm sure where they go. Tell me about the gang you can remember with. Well, I don't know that all that much. I wasn't a member of the gang leadership or anything. I need to know where your lords are. Oh, that's what I tell you. You trust me? Well, where to begin? When I first arrived at the Dragonkipper, I spent some time taking in the lay of the land. The Schwarzers were still a pretty small gang, strictly street level, but I could see they were going places. A little pro bono decking for their leader, a fat little dwarf named Dieter. Soon enough, I was part of the family. For a drug gang, the Schwarzers were decent enough folks. Made a lot of money with them. Helped them take a hotel in the first place. We had a lot of good years there. Then Dieter was killed in a firefight, and our happy little family fell apart. Was that when the hotel got attacked? Not exactly. Schwarzers maintained their hold on the Dragonkipper, but the change of leadership was bad news for me. After Dieter kicked the bucket, second in command took over. She was a real piece of work. Called herself Leonie Luster. She had a vicious streak a mile long, and she was none too fond of me. Did she tell me? Immediately. Don't know why. Maybe she felt threatened by my friendship with Dieter, back before he ate the bullet. Or maybe she was just jealous of my rugged good looks. Who the hell knows? Point is, she went after me, vigorously. With 24 hours of Dieter's left, I had a price on my head. And then the hotel got taken over. So that's what you need to know about the Schwarzers. They were a great gang, a powerful gang. I helped to make them that way. Then they had management turnover and everything went to hell. That's about it. There's some pretty big holes in that story. Come on, Chief, it's all ancient history. Would you rather talk about the future? Runs we're going to go on? Money we're going to make? Then what happened with you, between you and Luster putting the price on your head and the hotel getting attacked? Alright, Chief, fine. If that's what'll take me, you're happy. So I was in a bind, right? Members of the Schwarzers were loyal to Luster, who were loyal to Luster were all out on my blood. And none of the others were going to stick their necks out for me. The advantage of being a ganger is protection in numbers. If those numbers turn against you, you got to get creative if you want to stay alive. What do? What I had to do. Luster had declared war on me, so I retaliated, and I won. Without ever firing a shot. You won't be satisfied until I spill it out, will you? Fine. I hacked into Luster's computer and sent all of her information to a rival organisation. Remember Frank from the hotel? He was my liaison. They hit the Schwarzers, and they hit him hard. Took the hotel, and then they took me. I admit, the plan backfired a little. Thanks, Chief. Knew you'd understand. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to get back to what I was doing. Hello, Dante. You look down to see a pair of bright eyes set scruffy set into a scruffy face looking back up at you. Dante, Monica's old dog. Looking down at those huge brown eyes, you see the intelligence and sadness. On some instinctive level, his master's gone. He must know his master's gone. And then it'll pet him. Dante is happy dog. Woof woof woof. Chasing after me. That's cute. How are you holding up? Don't worry about me. I'll say good, trust you. Personal kind, but I still need to talk to you. Jeep gets the job done. Guarded. That's my problem, none of your concern. If whatever happened to you has impaired your ability to trust me, then it is my concern. Talk to me. Trust is earned, and I don't know you yet. That's all I needed to know. Talk to you later. See yourself. Anything new with Iger? Oh. I'm listening. When Monk died, I was pissed. Probably doesn't come as a huge surprise, but I took out an anger on you, and I shouldn't have. Seeing Winter's body like that was enough to convince me. You couldn't have done anything to Monitor, and I couldn't have either. We're dealing with something new. Monica was a good friend of mine. Her death hurt. I got carried away and said some things I shouldn't have. I want to apologise for that. Yeah, that's all I want to say. There are a few things that I wanted to say. I accept your apology, but if you ever insult me, you're going to regret that. That's a promise. Some backbone. That's good to see. Don't worry, hero. I won't question your competence again. Not in front of the others, at least. But I won't lie. I still have concerns about you. It's your prerogative, but don't forget who leads the team. Don't worry, I won't. You should go, fearless leader. I've got prep work to do on the next run, and you've got more important things to do than watch me pack my gear. Oh, I could have had the deck of force, the thing open if I'd been smart. Rats, missed that. Jobs directory. Shadowlands BBS. Claim payment for pay data. Post pay data for sale, nothing. BBS for relevant keywords. Client screwed me. Benno is a fraud. I broke my first rule. Always get full payment up front. Let me hang 50% of the cash after I complete the job. I'm sure he'll have changed his name by the time I'm posting this goes up. Male elf, brown hair, gold eyes. Looks to be in his mid-30s. Be careful who you work for out there. Never thought I'd see you admit to a mistake on here. Thanks for the heads up. I'll keep my eyes open. We'll forward any info I come across. Send some surveillance footage. Is this you, man? Sure is. Nice one. I'll split the take with you if this leader pans out. Good to find there's still some honor among runners. Is there any elf clubs or bars in the downtown area? I really want to meet one. They're just so beautiful. Maybe we could go dancing. Do elves like dancing? There's one on Torstrasse. Bring a bouquet of roses. Elves love romantic. The elf clubs I know are all now members only due to creepy groupies like you. Not really appealing when a guy is only after them for the shape of their ears. That was pretty funny. News travels faster. Seems a small group of well-armed assailants entered Das Castle House Hotel earlier and cleaned house, so to speak. If you believe the tale, the controlling gang was eliminated down to the last man. Then the assailants strolled calmly out of the front door, leaving a rather interesting power vacuum for the residents of Dragonkipper in their wake. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? It was unfortunate. Gang? What gang? Yes, what gang indeed. I would recommend subtlety where possible, mein Freunde. Mass bloodshed is not always the best means to an end. But enough of this. We have more pressing matters to discuss. I was told me agreement his death. Said that he died in the same manner same manner the Monica did. Wasn't a pretty sight. I know that you and I have had your differences. I will tell you that she was badly shaken by the sight of Winter's body. She also mentioned that you found something in Winter's safe, a package of very old discs. May I have them? Of course. Good God. Gingerly amps the disc from the bundle and holds it up to the light. Slowly he begins to turn it in his hand, causing rainbow patterns to shimmer across its body. I haven't seen one of these since I was a boy. DVD rewritable. A data storage medium from the mid-2000s. Haha. I'm amazed that Winters was able to find a device that could play it. Know anyone who can read these things? The first disc that I looked at might be readable. The others are damaged, some severely so. I have my doubts about them. For now, let's concentrate on the undamaged disc. There's a little shop outside, the Data Haven. Talk to the proprietor, Mallet Hoyley. She might be able to help. Tell her to put the cost of the disc on my account. I'm on it. 1 second. Just had a little panic about when my next shift at work is, so I'm just checking that now. That's fine. Back to the stream. I acquired this drone. Leave it in your hands. And DVD-RW. Ah yes, here we are. This display is old enough hookups to collect a DVD player. RCA, you know, vintage. This player itself though, this I do not have. You may wish to try your luck down at the junkyard. There is a scavenger there, a primitive man with a crude disposition. If anyone here in the Cruise Bazaar can help you find your DVD player, he can. But he will almost certainly attempt to overcharge you for it. But you are not here for cost. Should we conclude our business? I can give you a display for say 200 new yen. Ah, very well. I will have it packaged up and delivered to Herr Amstel straight away. Best of luck finding your DVD reader. I wish you well. Okay, the junkyard. Trotty. Stout old man looks up from whatever old tech he's tinkering with to squint at you through thick, old-fashioned glasses. He pushes them up with an oil-stained finger as he straightens up to nod at you. He speaks with a gruff but well-meaning tone, heavily accented with German tonality. Guten Tag. What can I do for you? Mallet tells me you're the man to speak about DVDs. A little shrew sent you my way, huh? Well, wonders never cease. Introductions are in order, I suppose. Schrotty Buchman, at your service. Need something salvaged? Some old components? Vielleicht? I'm indeed your man. Wonderful. How about a DVD player? Well, let's see. I think I've got something that'll work for you. Schrotty rummaged through junk heaps, table behind him. A few seconds later, he snatches a battered plastic lozenge shape from the pile. Here we go. An old Korean player that I dug up last week. 2010 model. A real beauty. Schrotty's smile broadens. He gives you a conspiratorial wink. I fixed it up and got her running, but without any discs to read, I've mostly been using her as a paperweight. Sounds like what I'm looking for. How much you want for it? Well, I'll admit, I'm not to part with her. There are plenty of folks out there who'd really appreciate the older players such as this. I don't know what your intentions are for it. I suppose, given the time, could offer you something short and trade. Tell you what, a few months ago I was, well, different in opinion with the Bragazi fellow from the Soikev shop. Hasn't let me into his establishment since, and I sold my mother for a decent cup of coffee. You give me a cup of Turkish coffee, the real stuff, not fake junk, and I'll give you a DVD player. Turkish coffee. As it happens, I have a mug right here. Ah, thank you. Yep, that's the real stuff, alright. Give us some good use, okay? Seems that Amstel has assembled a team in your absence. They stand in a group around the old display that you had Mallet deliver. On their faces you can see excitement, apprehension, curiosity and dread. Have you procured the DVD reader? Good. This should only take me a moment. Amstel. Sorry, my throat's dying a little bit. Amstel disappears behind the ancient display. After a few minutes of fiddling with its battered inputs, he reappears, a satisfied look on his face. Everything appears to be functional. This should be ready to play. Well, don't keep us in suspense. Start the damn thing already. Hero went to the trouble of fetching everything. Let him do the honours. Amstel steps back, clearing a path for you to access the antique machine. Soft whirring sound fills the air as an ancient DVD player spins the disc up to speed. Scratched LCD display comes to life, and a menu fills the screen. The screen goes black, and a cheerful digital chiming sound spills the display speakers. A crackle of static fills the air, coupled with a shrill electronic whine. After a few moments, the display goes live, and a dishevelled-looking man appears on the screen. His eyes glitter with excitement. The timestamp on the screen is 2034-09-15. Hermie, I think we found her. After all this time, Fleischfinger, I knew she wasn't dead. She survived the Dragonfall, just as I always said. I knew it, and I was right. The screen explodes into static, and an electronic whine in the background sharpens into a needle-like pulse of high-pitched sound. Somewhere in the background, Dante lets out a low whimper. Taking a team into the SOX to retrieve her. The radiation be damned. We'll take appropriate precautions of. We must go. Hermie, I think that the body may be nearby as well. Somehow she survived for all of this time. The screen explodes into a static again, then clears. A figure flickers across the screen. May not be for some time. Look after Mum, okay? I'll worry about her. And Hermie, stay safe out there. I know that things are heating up in Berlin. And I know you. Student protests, civil uprisings. You'll be in the middle of it, for sure. I'm sure. Just stay safe, alright? And I'll do my best to do the same. I don't know what's going to happen when I step into the SOX. But I do know one thing. If the Fire Wing is still in a danger, I will put an end to her. Once and for all. Screen goes back for a moment. Green figure appears on the screen. Your late client, Green Winters. His elbow is planted in the table and that he's seated at, and his chin rests on his palm. The other hand is wrapped around a bottle of cheap whiskey. Timestamp of the video reads 2053, 12:25. I found the message Adrian left me all those years ago. Got it cleaned up as best as I could. Strange hearing his voice again. It's good to hear him, even if he did insist on calling me Hermie. Dr. Adrian Valclair, hero of the people, Dragon Slayer, my brother. Hard to believe it's been almost 20 years. Alright, so I'm going to start recording these DVDs again. For me, for Adrian, for whoever who might wind up watching them. I bet every time I do this, it winds up feeling like a waste of time. But I keep doing it anyway, on the off chance that I'll find something important. If I stumble into the clue that leads me to my brother, I know I'm gonna want it on film. I've been doing this for almost 20 years now, after all. No sense in quitting now. Christ, 20 years. All this time, and still no leads, even with all my contacts and my resources. Even with my legendary bullheadedness, I've made no progress at all. I haven't turned up a single goddamn thing. Want to hear something funny? Closest I've gotten was to a clue was a rumour. Apparently a team emerged from the SOX a while back. Nobody clear on the date, and get this, supposedly they vanished without a trace. Not much of a rumour, considering I already know that you're gone, big brother. I live with that every day. There's a grinding sound from the DVD tray, and Green Winter's image appears on the screen. There's an eager look on his face. Timestamp reads 2054, 10:12. Stumbled upon this archival footage of the Fleischfinger's original attack a month before the Dragonfall. I used to forget how devastating it was. Adrian saved a lot of people by bringing her down. I've got the footage all queued up to play. Starting it now. Additional comments to follow. Slower of the DVD shifts to a high-pitched whine. A distorted, wavering image blooms into being on the screen. A timestamp in the upper right corner of the screen marks the date. July the 6th, 2012. It's difficult to make out what you're seeing at first. The scene is dark and smoky, and the telltale flashes of emergency vehicle lights flicker on the periphery of the screen. The camera pushes in, and you can make out two figures standing in a ruined landscape. All at once the sound cuts in. Again, for those of you just joining us, we're coming to you live from Stolberg. A few hours ago, the dragon Fleischfinger launched an unprovoked attack on the Sleepy Hares mountain town, and you can see the results behind me: fire, ashes, and blood. We're joined tonight by a survivor of the latest and most horrifying attack. Sir, I understand that you've been through this terrible ordeal. Thanks for taking time to speak with us tonight. Yes, of course. If you could, sir, could you please tell us, people at home, your experiences of the attack? It was horrible. Just pure chaos. So many people. So many people are dead. People I knew, roasted alive, or trampled to death trying to escape. My own house was burned down to the ground during the attack. My family. Nothing now. You all made it through the attack, though. Your wife, your kids. Yeah, we all made it. Thank God. We rode out the attack in a small shelter. Me, my wife, and our 2 daughters. The shelter protected us, but the heat was just unbearable. We couldn't have stayed in there much longer than we did. How long were you holed up in there? 3, maybe 4 hours? I don't know. She stayed inside until the heat died down and the screaming stopped. What happened after that? When it was over, you know, the air cooled down. We stepped outside. There's nothing left, just smouldering wreckage and dense cloud of black oily smoke, and the stench in the air. God, that smell! It smelled like roasting meat. There's a long pause. From the tortured look in his face, you can tell that the man is struggling to decide whether or not to continue speaking. Eventually he does. My girls. They found what was left of their nanny outside. Her body, what was left of it, was slumped against the shelter door. I kept telling myself that I couldn't hear her pounding to get in. That isn't true. I couldn't bring myself to open the door. I couldn't risk my family like that. Not for her. Not for anyone. Thank you, sir, for taking the time to speak with us. Yeah. You heard it here. An absolutely chilling account of tonight's attack. Again, the town of Stolberg has been reduced to ash, another victim of the firewing. Stay with us for more up-to-the-minute reporting on the Feuerschwenger's reign of terror. Okay, it's time for a new approach. Adrian's a complete dead end, and that much is pretty clear by now. So I'm going to do some digging in the Feuerschwenger instead. Let's see where this goes. DVD player ramps up to speed, filling the air with a shrill whining sound. Green Winter's image appears on the screen. The timestamp on the video reads 2054 10 31. Well, that was a bust. Little progress on Feuerschwenger. Either. I don't know. It's weird. The information is there. It's just wrong somehow. It's too well laid out. Too simple. Real life is messy and it feels just a little too neat. It's not the only thing that's nagging me. Getting that tingly feeling all up and down the back of my neck again. Feels like I'm being tracked. I'm no Matrix hot shot like Clockwork or Schaefer, but I'm good enough to know when someone's on my scent. Got to install some new security measures. Can't be too careful. Display goes blank for a moment. My face of Green Winters winks onto the screen. He's seated at a computer. Off to his left, an enormous monitor fills the screen. His voice carries an edge of panic. Timestamp his video reads 2054 11 9. Christ, I'm getting too close to something. There's a trail of bodies, and there have been disappearances. Gearbox, Marcy, and Peregrine have all disappeared within the past few days. Gearbox just went AWOL yesterday, and they were all making the same sorts of inquiries about the firing that I've been. There are ghost stories spreading around the Decker community. Stories about Deckers disappearing and then showing up again later, but wrong somehow. Scary stuff. I'm starting to think that it's true. I know stories he's talking about, Chief. Never really put too much stock into him. Not until now. Could these rumours be related to what's happening here? Am I being paranoid? No, I don't think so. Something big is happening here. And I'm right in the middle of it. That's a bit of a leap. One other thing. Tolstoy told me a story about a kill team that might be related to all of this. Apparently a Decker named Hellbore posted a theory about Feuerschwenger on the Shadowlands BBS about 5 years ago. Hellebore. About an hour later, a mil-spec team showed up in meat space and cooked her entire apartment, with her in it. If all Toy Story was true, Topman was true, Hellebore live posted the event. She described her killer. It's a great big orc with skin grafts, and the whole thread disappeared, gone without a trace. Leap, Igorlov? It sounds like he's on the right track to me. Igor holds her silence, but concedes her point with a small nod. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This has been, it's got to be Feuerschwenger, all of it. Adrian was right about her. She's still alive. She's out of the SOX. She's covering her tracks, working in the shadows, preparing to rise again. And that means I have to find you, Adrian. For everyone's sake. Thankfully, I've got a lead. For the first goddamn time in 2 decades, I've got a solid goddamn lead. Backtraced all of the Matrix nodes that Hellebore was looking into, back before she got cooked. Whoever had been purging the Matrix didn't think about that. And I found that she turned up a set of map coordinates. So now I've got a target, a place to start digging. Harfield Manor, conveniently located on an isolated stretch of countryside miles away from prying eyes. Matrix records indicate some sort of green data vault exists beneath the estate. That's what I need to get into. And that's where we came in. I think I'm going to tap Schaefer for this job. She's got the skills to bypass whatever security they're running out there, and she's gullible enough to take the job in the first place. I'll feed her some line about flux state security, and she'll lit it up with a spoon. I warned her. Time to put plans into motion. By this time tomorrow night, I should have information I need, and on the off chance that Schaefer gets taken out, well, that'll tell me something too. Can't make an omelette and all that until then. When you play the 6th track, a small video window appears. You recognise the scene in the window. You're looking at the tattered drapes of nicotine-stained wallpaper in Winter's room at the Das Klassenhaus. Timestamp on the video is 2054-11-10. Suspicions confirmed. Schaefer's dead. Christ. Okay. Back up. Slow down. Start from the beginning. Got a call from my contact at the Kraus Bazaar. Schaefer killed on the estate run. Matrix security at the estate cooked her brain. Considering Schaefer's skills and experience on on-site IC must have been extreme. Even by Berlin standards, security of that kind costs money. Real money. Given the evidence uncovered so far, corporate involvement unlikely. The connection to the fire wing is too strong. So let's come right out and say it. Dragon is what we're dealing with here, and the smart money says that she's coming for me next. Although I won't go down with a fight. I've still got my contacts, I've still got my connections, and the flux state can be a hell of a weapon for a man who knows how to manipulate it. Time for me to make my play. Ghost stories or no? Missing deckers or no? I've got to jack into the Matrix and start pulling strings. Countermeasures that I've installed earlier should be more than enough to keep me safe for 20 minutes. The 20 minutes I'll be in there. Schaefer's death was tragic. She was a staunch supporter of the F-state. But still, all things considered, better her than me. As your fingers near the ejector button, a black screen cuts over the statics. A moment later, Green Winter's haggard face appears. If you're watching this, then I guess they caught up to me. They will be after you too now. What the hell is this? Why didn't you warn me about this before I came in here? We didn't know. Not exactly. I didn't come here to be hunted by a dragon. I'm not even part of this. You are now. Whether you like it or not. So quiet down and stop bothering him. Whoever you are, you need to find whatever you think you're after. You need to find Dr. Adrian Valkler. Not because he's my brother. Because if Fleischfinger is rising again, he is the only one who can stop her. You've seen what happens to people who get too close to this. I'm dead, and dozens of others have died. You'll be next unless you can find Adrian. Well, fuck. Room goes quiet as everyone struggles to process what you've just seen on the DVD. Finally, Dietrich breaks out and breaks the silence. A dragon. Son of a bitch. Green Winters set us up against a dragon. The fire wing. She lives. I'm really starting to regret the fact that I didn't just stay at the hotel. Wait a second. We don't know for certain. The evidence seems pretty convincing to me, love. I'll even take a step further. I think that secret facility that we stumbled on was her lair. Just think about it. Decker that Winters got those coordinates from was posting about Fleischfinger. Then she was killed by that same orcish bastard that showed us that attacked us after Monica died. The direct link between the dragon, the Skydock, and Hartfield Manor. And then Winters was killed by the same thing that killed Monica. Exactly. My gut tells me that the dragon is down there, Hera, someplace far beneath the surface. I think that we've knocked on the door of her lair without even knowing it. And I think that, given what we've seen, the dragon will do whatever it takes to keep us quiet about it. Okay? Okay, going on the assumption that there is a dragon, and that she will come after us, what do you propose we do about it? I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to follow Winter's advice. We're going to find Valclair. Yeah, Sarah's right. Finding Dr. Valclair should be our priority. If we're going up against dragon, we'll need to find ourselves a dragon's lair. Winter spent 20 years searching for Valclair, and got him nowhere. How do you propose we find him? With the help of an information broker. Let me guess, back to the coffee shop? For this? No. Well, Bargazi is very capable. Tasks of this magnitude is beyond him. We'll need to make contact with the premier information broker in Berlin. We need to talk to Alice. Alice? Best of luck. And I hope that you're rich. For this, rich enough, even if only just. Who is Alice? Most prominent figure in Berlin. Berlin's shadow community. Ex-Schock Wellenritter. Writer. She provides information retrieval services for the F-State. If Winters was right, if Valclair is still alive, she can help us find him. Here. Your key to speak with Alice. Cred stick? An encoded cred stick, yes. 10,000 yuan. Alice will not show her face for less. But this represents the last of my personal savings, Sarah. Make this meeting count. Where do I need to go? Take the U-Bahn to the Altstadt Spandau. You'll find a connecting tube that locals refer to as the rabbit hole. You'll find a method of contacting Alice there. Don't call it that in front of her though. Wall Street is she hates it. Please hurry. While you're out, I'll work on finding new contracts for the team. Alice is the best there is at what she does, and her services carry a price tag to match. Well. I forgot how quick this game goes from 0 to fucking 11. Okay. Gonna save here. And I'm gonna get going because I'm really hungry and I haven't had anything to eat today. Like normal, because I'm a bit of a moron sometimes. So I'm gonna get going. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. Shadowrun is really fucking fun, so I'm gonna be playing it a lot. Yeah. Have a good one. Have a nice day. And I will see you tomorrow.